I am so excited for this video. This has been a long time coming, but it is finally the launch of my next collection with Naked. So this has been designed and inspired. I say designed, obviously I'm not a designer, but all of these pieces have been taken from my imagination and brought to life by the Naked team. So everything you see here today is inspired by what I love. There's been a long process of this. It takes kind of around a year to create these collections, from the initial design process and the talking through right through to the samples, meetings about sample try-ons, and what fits, what doesn't, tweaks, and just making it all to come together takes around a year. So I am so excited about this. I feel like the whole collection is very kind of early 90s inspired, from the shoulder pads to the silhouettes. I think we've got some really good pieces here. It's also kind of inspired by my love for slightly more minimal pieces. It's classic, but also feels contemporary at the same time, which hopefully summarizes my style. If you've been around on my channel for a while, you'll know that that kind of is my favorite look to do. So what I'm going to do is talk through the whole collection. I'm going to get on with it because there are a lot of good pieces to get through, and I'll talk a little bit more about the inspiration and why I think the pieces are so good and what they work for. So let's get straight into it, starting with this amazing jacket. I think it's more of a jacket than a blazer. It's got the asymmetrical buttons down the front, which really was a key factor for me. I've loved asymmetrical style for a while now. I just think it brings something. It feels a little bit different, but also you can kind of do the asymmetrical style, but in a pared back way, which I think this jacket does. So we went for this with the same colored buttons, which again, I wanted it to have that minimal chic feel. I think sometimes like really stark buttons in like a gold or silver or embellishment can really detract from the outfit or just create a different type of look. I think with these buttons makes it feel more modern than that full vintage style feel. I of course went for a shoulder pad because you know that no outfit is complete without a shoulder pad, or no outfit of mine anyway. I think it just makes such a difference to the whole structure of the jacket. And just a quick request, if you could possibly do this, but any pieces you see in the collection that you'd like me to style in different ways and show how you can style them, leave it in the comments and I'll read through and then focus on those ones that have the majority. Today's video is just focusing on the collection, but obviously I will do more styling videos around the collection. I've also got some things going up on Instagram as well, some styling reels for different pieces. So do let me know, and then I can focus on that a bit more in my content. And then the matching trousers. These are the carrot trousers. I love these. I'm going to wear them with something different to show you how they can be styled in a bit more detail. These are just amazing. These are based on the ones that I brought out last year, which did so well in the black and brown. This year, we've done them in the black and grey because they were so popular. They're such a good shape. You know I love like a balloon and a barrel. These are a little bit more of a carrot style, which I would say are slimmer fitting. So if you're somebody who likes that balloon look but doesn't feel like it suits you, then try these, because as I say, they're a bit more of that carrot shape, a little bit slimmer fitting, but still have the effect of the looser leg with the tighter bottom. And then we've got the button detail on the bottom, so you can actually pull that loose and have it as a looser leg. So you've kind of got a two-in-one trouser with a straighter leg fit rather than the tapered ankle fit. So you can wear them in both ways. I also think these are a really good length. Sometimes if they're a bit too cropped, they just look a bit odd. And then sometimes if they're too long, they also look odd. So I feel like we just made them a really nice length. I'm 5'6" for reference, so I feel like if you're in and around that height, they'll work really nicely. I've just buttoned them up again, so we've evened them out, but I love these trousers. These are possibly one of my favorite pieces from the collection, and I'll show you the black ones later too. Okay, just before we move on to the next top, I want to give a shout out to the earrings. We've got two earrings in the collection, which again have a real nod to that era I'm loving, the late 80s, early 90s. I love this oversized vintage feel, but I would say both pieces have that modern twist to them because they've got like a ribbed detail running through, which I think just makes them feel really contemporary and fresh. You can wear them in the evening, wear them in the daytime. I was going to say in the morning. You can wear them in the morning. You can wear them in the daytime. They're so easy to style. I've got one gold pair, which I really like because it's not like a really orangey bright gold. It's a softer gold, which I think is much more subtle and just feels, I don't know, I just think it's a really nice shade of gold. And then I've got these silver ones too. So I thought I would just mention those before moving on to our next piece, which is this vest that I am now styling with the grey trousers, which again are made to match. You could do the whole look with the blazer as well as like a workwear look, but I actually think this is a really nice, more contemporary feeling going out outfit. I know a lot of us don't always want to buy like really dressy going out outfits because we feel like we maybe don't get enough use out of them. So this would be a really nice piece to go for instead. This is inspired by our most popular vest from my summer collection that I brought out last year. This did so well in the summery kind of light fabric. Obviously this is a little bit more wintry, but great for evenings in the winter. I think this would look so nice as a set. That's why I paired it with the silver shoes, just to make it a little bit more dressy, because I think this is how I would wear it with the big silver earrings and then the matching trousers to make the full suit. Okay, just one more with the trousers, and it is this chunky cable knit look. I love this piece. We're bringing it out in cream and in grey, so two really good colours for the winter. I think this is just going to be probably one of our best selling pieces. It is so thick and cozy. I love the boxiness of it with the neck. I just feel like everything about this, we've kind of hit the nail on the head in terms of what you're looking for in a chunky cable knit. Just to pull it out to show you the kind of length, it's kind of this cropped style, but not too cropped, so you can wear it loose or you can wear it tucked in. I'm just kind of doing a half tuck in the trousers. It's got this wider sleeve, which I think makes such a difference. This cable knit, I think you could wear this dressed up in the evening with a red lip and a sequin trouser. I think that would look so cool. Or just some kind of dressier skirt, something satin, will look so nice for evening. I'm actually going away next week to Switzerland. It's gonna be very, very cold there. So this will be the perfect piece because it really is so warm and cozy. So then I paired it with the grey trousers again, and I feel like a lot of you will be so pleased about this because I have had questions about these boots ever since I think it was my very first collection launched, which was 2 years ago. And every time I wear these boots, I get questions about them, and I always feel really bad because they weren't available anymore. They'd sold out. So we've brought them back. My hero boots, I honestly think these are my best boots I've ever had because they just go with absolutely everything. They come up to here, so just below the knee, but because they're a slim fitting leg, you can then wear them under trousers, which is really great because if they ride up a bit when you're sitting down, then you've still got the boot. They're just so elegant. They're not pointed, so they're more comfortable, but they do have a pointier kind of toe with a square end. The heel is so good. It's like a slimline heel. It's not too high either, but they work to dress your outfits up, but you can also wear them in the day. These are honestly, I'm not kidding, just the best boots I've ever had. You'll probably know and have seen these boots, my kind of last ones, worn a lot on my channel. So you'll already be familiar with them, but we've finally brought them out again. I would say just go up a size if you're a half size like me, and they'll be the perfect fit. So we have a couple of dresses in the collection, starting with this mini dress. It's kind of a little bit 60s, but also again, inspired by the era I've been talking about with the shoulder pads, the round neck, I think this is really, really nice. It's also easy to wear. It's a simple LBD. We've got this design detail of the wider sleeves again. You know I'm all about balance, and I thought because I've got the mini skirt, I wanted something with a bigger sleeve, a bit of a shoulder pad, high neck to balance out the mini, and I just think it's worked really nicely. Again, for the button detail, we've just gone for fabric buttons, the same black as the dress, to not detract from the dress and to keep it feeling a little bit more minimal and contemporary. I've actually styled it with gold this time. We have some gold earrings in the collection too, as I was mentioning before. These are really nice, like square gold, simple but effective. I think they're a really good earring. And then I finished off with the boots. You can obviously see them in a little bit more detail now that I've got the skirt on with the tights. We've got this design detail as well at the pockets. So it's a simple dress, but there's a lot more to it in terms of not hidden design features, but maybe more just subtle design features that really make it what it is. So I really, really like this. Again, you can wear this dressed up if you wanted to. You could go all out with like a diamante earring and like a pointed stiletto, or you can tone it down a bit more for daytime, pop a coat over the top of it if you want to. I'll actually do that for my next look so you can see what I'm talking about, but pop that coat over the top, flat boots if you want to, and make it much more of a daytime dress. Okay, so as I mentioned, I was gonna style the dress with the coat from the collection. So this coat you can buy as a standalone piece, but you can also buy with the matching scarf if you wanted to and add that on. Both work, both look great together, obviously creating slightly different looks. So I'll show you next with the scarf on, but this is just stunning. It works really nicely with the silver earrings as well, because it's got a bit of a cool undertone to it. I love this coat. I wanted it to have that oversized but structured feel, which it does. Again, bit of detail and padding in the shoulder just to give it that boxiness. It's double-breasted. Again, the buttons are the same fabric as the coat itself, which I think makes such a difference to the whole look and really elevates the piece. It's a nice long length, pockets as well. I just think this is such a great, useful coat. I also think it's really nice to have a lighter coat for autumn winter. So many times we kind of get that darker coat and all your outfits then feel very dark, but actually it's nice to just have one lighter coat option within your wardrobe, and I think you'll find you get a lot of use out of it. So this is it as it stands without the scarf on. So I'll just show you now with the scarf. So this is the scarf. It's like a big oversized, it is just a scarf. I mean, you can wear this without the coat if you wanted to as well. It's really nice, oversized, like a wrap scarf. Obviously, we're seeing so many of these around at the moment. I think this kind of big pashmina wrap style scarf looks so elegant and sophisticated. So I'll put this on and show you. I feel like there's so many ways you can put this on, but I'll show you how I'll style it with the coat. Okay, I am obsessed. I think this looks so good on. I feel like it totally elevates the coat, makes it feel very, very glamorous. It almost has that 1950s old Hollywood feel to it, I think, with the big swooping scarf. It feels very classic and elegant, but I think the shape of the coat, again, gives it that modern twist. I really feel like the whole collection just epitomizes that style that I am trying to achieve, but I just think this looks so nice. It will also look great with like burgundy tones, for example, like this bag. This will look really good with it, as well as greys, blacks, browns, so many different colours that you can pair with this coat. But just as a standalone piece, I think it just makes such a statement on its own. Moving on to the other dress in the collection, another LBD, this time a longer one with this amazing full skirt. This is so nice to wear. It has such a, you can see it has such a flow to it. It just sits so nicely. We made the pleats wide and big so that they dropped down and made this beautiful A-line shape. Also really important to note, something I was desperate to do is to make it feel flattering on the body. And I think that's why the pleats work so well, because it just skims the waist and then opens up wide. Another thing, it's not too tight. I hate it when clothes are too tight. It just looks so bad and off. So to have it kind of just skimming makes it so flattering. I love the high neck again, but this time the short sleeves to balance out the longer dress. So you could definitely wear this in the evening. Again, I think really dressed up, this will look great with like a red lip, some beautiful kind of more evening earrings and a more evening shoe. I could see this working really well. Equally, I feel like you could wear this to the office if you wanted to, with a jacket over the top. A nice little crop jacket would work so well with this, because the full skirt would balance out the crop jacket really nicely. You could even layer this with like a fine knit like polo neck underneath in a contrasting color. I think that would look cute too. But yeah, I love the way this sits and falls and just feels when you wear it. Okay, on to another suit look in this gorgeous grey. We have this asymmetrical theme running throughout the collection, and this jacket I just think is so nice, either kind of with the set or a bit more dressed down. This is a bit more of a kind of wintry jacket than the first look, which was a bit more of a dressy, not dressy jacket, but just a different type of jacket. This is a heavier fabric. It's a darker color as well of gray. I love the cropped boxy style with the asymmetry. I think this is a really cool piece to have in your collection, whether you wear it as the set or not. I think it's really easy to wear. And again, let me know if you want to see this styled in other ways. I'd be happy to do so. Because it's a bit boxy, it will also fit some lighter weight knits underneath too. The whole look I think is really nice for an elevated workwear look. So we have the matching skirt again with the asymmetry running down the front. It's not too exaggerated so that it doesn't clash with the jacket. I feel like the buttons fall in a really nice place in conjunction with each other. This skirt, again, you can wear this in so many ways. You can wear it without the jacket with different styles of tops, other crop jackets, chunky knits, or wear it as a set. It will work really well. And then I finished off with the boots. Again, like I said, these boots really are the best because they go with everything, and I think this video is proving that they really do go with everything. Just for reference, I've got size 36 in everything. I'd say the 36 is a little bit generous, meaning they're a little bit looser on me than a 34, but I actually prefer that. I'd rather them be a tiny bit looser than a tiny bit tighter, and I feel like they sit well with that. So I just thought I'd mention the sizing for reference. And then just quickly before we move on to the next look, I just wanted to show the skirt with a different top. I'll talk more about this in a second, but this is how it works with a jumper equally as well. You could go for any kind of top with this, even something as simple as a t-shirt or a fine knit. But I actually think with the chunky knit, because it's a straighter style, works really nicely. So as I said, I was going to move on to talk about the jumper in a bit more detail. So this is the grey version of the cream I shared earlier. Again, chunky goodness. I absolutely love this piece. I think I mentioned this with the cream, but with a red lip, both jumpers will look so good, and I'm sure you'll be seeing that styled. I actually styled it with the black trousers, also from the collection. These are the same as the grey trousers from earlier, the kind of carrot style with the button detail. They've got the front pleats. These are such a winning trouser. You loved them from my collection last year, so I'm sure these will go down well again this year. I've styled them, instead of the boots, just to show a slightly different look, with a pointed toe sling back. It's coming up for Christmas, and I feel like there's a lot of those occasions where you're not going really dressy, but you want to be a little bit dressed up. For example, you're going around to friends' houses for drinks in the evening, and you want to kind of feel like you've made an effort but still be cozy and comfortable. I feel like this is just the perfect outfit for that. So your outfit is fairly casual, but you've just popped it with a heel, and I think the pieces together feel quite elevated. Definitely a kind of look that I create around this time of year, and I've styled it with my silver earrings, again from the collection. Next we have the ruched cream top. It's like a kind of a bit more whitey than cream actually. And this also comes in like a greeny grey tone, which is also really nice. These are so useful to have in your wardrobe. But when you want something more than just a simple t-shirt or a simple top, but you don't want like a really mega fancy dressed up party outfit with sequins and all that, this is a perfect piece. You can then style this with jeans and a little bit more of a dressed down way, smarter trousers like this, or you could then dress it up with a skirt if you wanted to. And I think this top is simple enough to kind of do anything with it. So you can use it as your basic piece, or you can use it as your dressier piece, if that makes sense. And then I've styled it again with the black trousers because these are just so useful. A really nice minimal evening look that you don't need to think too much about, and you can use these core pieces that make up the staples of your wardrobe. And of course we have the black vest to match the black trousers. This makes a perfect minimalist evening look. I also feel like you could wear this any time of year. You maybe wouldn't want to wear this in the height of summer, but I actually think spring, autumn, and those cooler summer days, I feel like this could work really nicely, especially in the evening. It just has that really contemporary, crisp feel to it when worn as a suit. And when you've got a suit, I feel like you don't need to think about anything else. It's kind of like a dress, but like a bit cooler than a dress. So you don't need to think about the rest of your outfit. You've just got it ready-made and it looks really cool. It has all the same design features as the grey one, and I just paired it with the silver jewellery, but you can pair this with gold, you can pair this with diamante to really dress it up. There's so many different ways you can style this look, and so many different pieces you can add to it. Okay, moving on to a slightly different colour palette in the collection. And it's this beautiful blue colour. So it's not a navy, it's a lighter shade than navy, but I think this is really nice and universally flattering as well. So we've gone for this ruched detail top. It kind of sucks in at the waist a little bit, like a shared material fabric. And then it arches round at the top, and we've got a different fabric for the sleeve. It has this beautiful kind of big puff sleeve in a slightly sheer fabric. I think this is so pretty. And again, very flexible in terms of styling. You can style this right down. I think with some like dark denim, like grey dark denim would look really nice too. But I've paired it today with the blue trousers. So these kind of match together, but don't need to be worn together from the collection too. These just feel really different for a change. Obviously black trousers are great, and we have a good pair of wide leg black trousers coming up. But if you want to change in your wardrobe, I feel like this is a really nice way to go. I feel like this is one of those outfits that you can go out in and just know that not everybody is going to be wearing the same thing as you, but it still looks cool, it looks fresh, and it also just feels comfortable as well. The trousers can be worn with other pieces in a more kind of dressed down way, in a more workwear kind of way, but I think as a set together, they look really cool. Okay, so we also have this beautiful blouse with the bow detail. We are seeing bow detail everywhere at the moment. I think it's really nice to have that kind of slightly feminine touch, but then the rest of the blouse is kept very simple in this beautiful blue color. It's slightly darker than the other one. It's got a big wide cuff, which I think makes such a difference in design detail. It kind of buttons up at the neck and then fastens in the bow. So you could actually wear it loose if you wanted to as well, or do like a smaller bow. But I think it just looks chic like this. I've styled it with the blue trousers again, but you could also go for some cream trousers. A cream skirt would look really nice with this. I feel like this is a blouse you could actually make work for the office and then through to the evening. So perfect kind of desk to dinner look. Change your accessories and then you're good to go for the evening. So this is my next look. Okay, so coming up to some of our final looks, and this is the same top as the off-white one from earlier, and it's this beautiful, I don't even know what colour to call this. Leave a comment, tell me what colour you think it is. It's kind of like a grey green shade, which I think is so nice. Makes a really nice change for this time of year too. And it goes with gold and silver. I've just kept the same accessories on. I didn't want this video to be about the styling, but more just to really show off the pieces individually themselves. So I've kept it the same as before and just swapped to the wide leg black trousers from the collection. If you're looking for a pair of perfect wide leg black trousers that will go with everything, that aren't ridiculously long, then these are them. We've created them. They're so good. You can see how they fall with me. I've got them sitting here, which is a little bit lower, but you can actually pull them up a little bit so they sit higher, and then I can wear them with flat shoes, trainers, boots, or you can kind of push them to sit a little bit lower and they work with a low heel, like I'm wearing now. So I feel like they are a great pair for all kind of shoes and occasions. We've got pleat detail down the front, 2 pleats with a crossover button. Very, very simple. I think with black trousers, you don't want them to be too fussy or have too much going on, but you just want that elevated design with the pleats. They also are a really nice width. Sometimes wide legs can be way too wide, and then sometimes they can just be like a loose leg. Whereas this is just exactly what I look for in a wide leg. And like I say, you can wear this for any kind of occasion with any type of shoes, heels or flats, and they work really nicely. So finishing off on a simple black knit from the collection. This is slightly one-shouldered, but you could also wear it a little bit more like a boat neck if you wanted to. Got a little bit of a knot twist detail on the side, just to give it a bit of elevation. But I think as through all the pieces in the collection, they're pieces that you can make work for evening and for daytime, which is exactly what I wanted to create within my looks. I think the more you can wear a piece, the better. The more outfits you can style it with, the better. And I think all of these pieces definitely do that for different occasions. Dress up, dress it down, style it with different accessories to create multiple different looks. So this jumper, I've kind of styled it in a little bit more of a dressed up way with the wide leg black trousers, my big gold earrings from the collection, and some other gold jewelry for a kind of smart casual look. I think it's really nice to have an elevated knit within your wardrobe, and that's exactly what this is. So I would love to know your thoughts on the collection. I know I've asked you to leave me a couple of different comments for things throughout the video for feedback and things like that, but I'd also love to know what your favorite pieces are. If you're going to be getting any of the pieces, also leave me any questions. I'll try and get through them. I'll probably do like a Q&A on Instagram as well, so make sure to check there if you've got any questions. I think I'm going to put this video up the day before the launch, but I will be leaving all of the details within the description box from the launch time and then through to all the products when they are available to shop. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.